Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't no place for a hero. It's a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor.
This is episode 135 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have turned their attention back to Tarak Nev and the secrets that Forsaken City may hold. We rejoin our heroes in mid-combat with several of the twice lived in an underground tomb just off the road leading to the Dead City.
Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance. And, as the words say up on the screen in front of you, welcome to our story. What story is that, I hear you say? Our story, the story that we're going to be telling tonight, the next installment of the story we're telling tonight, is Ain't No Place for a Hero. Speaking of heroes, there are the eight faces of the characters that are in our Rolemaster role-playing episode this evening. It's a very, very big party. If you don't already know, you'll soon pick up that a number of the players play two characters. Before we head to a pre-recording of a quiz that we did a few weeks back when we got together in person to see how well players know other people's characters. Before we switch to that pre-recording, our usual habitual but very sincere thank you to all of our followers, our subscribers, people that comment on social media, and just generally are supportive. It really is appreciative. Thank you. Our comments or our requests to those, if you haven't already, we would really appreciate a like down below, or even better, a subscribe. A couple of seconds from you with your mouse, and it is just a couple of seconds, to click that subscribe button really does help. It helps the channel both grow, and then for people like you to find our stories on the internet. Thanks very much. Okay, as mentioned, we got together a few weeks back. We had a number of quizzes where each one of the players quizzed their fellow party members about the 8 faces that you can see on screen to see how well they knew that particular character. And we're now going to switch to one of those recordings. I can't remember who we're up to in the recording list, so it'll be a mystery to me once I edit this video. Let's see who it is. Hope you enjoy the video.
Hello, my name's Pete, and I play M.E.R.P, the antisocial ranger. Today we're finding out how much the team knows about. So the first question is, how would M.E.R.P describe her upbringing / family life?
Bad.
You got it.
Bad.
You got it. Yeah.
But she loved her brother, right?
She had one brother who was kind to her.
Yeah.
And he was killed.
Yes.
Oh, that's
By her other
You don't
brother.
end up being antisocial for no reason.
No.
It's good to start with. So everyone gets a point.
Absolutely. Yeah. What kind of magic does M.E.R.P use? And we're talking about the magic realms of the game. Is it the realm of power of essence, so the power all around us, channeling, the power of the gods, or mentalism, the power of the mind. So what sort of magic is she using?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Channeling.
I get so confused with I don't even know what Keros does. Sorry, Jim.
Rage.
So that's my first question.
Yeah, well,
Just Graham sneaks into the lead.
Head in hand.
How does Mathen feel about other people? Party excluded. She hates other people. In her experience, they are only ever cruel. Or B, confusing, finds their behaviours and social interactions difficult to grasp. C, she would like to develop better social skills but is afraid of being hurt. Or D, she is indifferent to others unless they are a threat. I'm reassured.
Thought maybe
You don't need
the
the answer now. So
Oh,
No, that's all right. No.
I had D, but
Yeah.
I am.
What you have? Do we all get a point?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yay! That was tough because I was going to go.
C,
She actually
maybe.
hates people.
I thought it could be
Well.
C because she's been hurt. But she wants
So
Well, no,
everyone.
I was
every now and then
it's a big B.
That's kind of a good multi choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tricky. Yeah.
Tricky. Yeah.
Here, the fourth question is, what kind of bow does Mathen use?
Boing. One with a string on it? Right.
It's not.
Hopefully for the enemies.
Oh, what did you?
Yeah.
What have you got? Oh.
Oh, it is.
Is that even a thing? A longbow? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Are they really big?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't used that,
Yeah.
does she?
Good.
Composite.
Now, we call
I'll
it
take the
composite
point.
bow, but
I'll
look,
take
it
the
would be composite, wouldn't it? I hope it's not. I hope I'm not supposed to call it composite.
doesn't
So,
I hope it's-
That's not how what the says it.
Oh, that was hard, that one.
It's a tricky one.
I like the multi choice.
I like the either or.
Here is another multiple choice question. Why did Mathen choose the adventuring lifestyle? Yeah, was it A, she does not do well with people, she makes people too uncomfortable for her to stay in one place for too long? Or B, she travels to learn about the different kinds of natural environments and ecologies? Or C, she wants to become wealthy so that she can buy protection for herself safe? Or D, she is looking for the lost knowledge of the Lords of Arcana? You got it.
Has everyone got B?
Everyone's got
Yay!
B.
Oh, love
Lots
it.
a bit of travel.
She loves a bit of nature.
Loves the
Well
nature.
done.
There we go. Hopefully that was both amusing and educational for you. We had a lot of fun when we got together a few weekends back, and doing the quizzes was a particularly fun part of our time together. All right. As well as the quiz that you've just watched, we do on this channel devote quite a bit of character development time, I should say, towards character development. The reason for that is this is an imagination game, a game about storytelling, and my opinion at least, storytelling is all about characters, and the more that you know about the characters, and also a little bit about the players too, I think the richer the story becomes. So each week, I send out on a Monday, in preparation for playing on a Wednesday, which we're recording on this evening, a series of character development questions, which the players read over, and they each get to answer a question, perhaps two questions, before we kick off on a session. And starting us off this evening is Alex. Take it away.
Kia ora, I'm Alex. I play Keros, and tonight I'm also playing Tarquin. So I'll answer for Keros first. Again, I love these sessions when I can't decide which question to answer. So this is one of those nights. But I'm going to pick, has your character ever led a group or army? What was it like? She hasn't, but she did think when she was back in the Cloud Club, when she was at the School of Magic, she did naively think that she might have been in contention for the top job of the Cloud Club. She was nowhere near consideration. She just wasn't part of the clique and not really cool and a little bit off. Didn't quite fit in, but she had a bit of self-confidence there, and she thought, oh, maybe when she got to her senior year, she might run for
Mhm.
president of the Cloud Club. Unfortunately, we didn't get to that stage before she was expelled.
Mm.
And perhaps after her time being like really, really dead, I don't know, maybe she led a army in the underworld of
Maybe.
death. I mean, who knows? I mean, she's certainly come out, I was going to say a little bit more strategic, but that wasn't the case from last session. But perhaps a little bit more, maybe a bit more strategic, a bit more focused. Yeah,
Mm.
who knows?
Excellent. And yeah, don't please be advised the GM hasn't forgotten that Keros has died, and yeah, just watch the space.
Do-do-do-dum.
Dum. Who would you like to? Oh, and you're very, very kindly picking up a second character tonight because our friend Giles, who usually plays Tarquin, is not able to join us this evening. Did you have some answers for some of his questions? I think.
Yes, so I don't have to think about this because he's answered all of them.
Okay.
But I'm going to answer the question: what's the most unusual tradition your character has encountered?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is simply eating the living.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
He has not
Elaborated on that.
expanded that. So I'm just going to let that sit there.
There we go.
I think that's probably present tense.
Could well
Eating.
be. Could well be. Could well be the exact situation you find yourselves in now. Thank you, and thanks very much for picking up that second character this evening. Which player and characters would you like to hear from next?
Could we please hear from Pete with his characters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks very much. For Leif, he's going to. I would like to answer what's the most significant change your character has undergone, and it was the change at the very beginning of this campaign. So even before we played, which was the last of Leif's living immediate family had died, and up to that point he'd been a very family oriented, very settled, focusing on friends and family and that sort of a person. That was the bounds of his life. Once his final brother died, and he still was conscious of this decision because he outlived them because he's half elven. He consciously chose to go adventuring. He chose to move away from where he had lived all of his life, away from the remaining sort of more distantly related family. And yeah, so quite a big change there, and it was a very conscious thing that he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Part of his grieving for his family, and just also, a new stage in his life. For Mithan, my other character, I'd like to answer the same question. What's the most significant change that she's undergone? And I would say it's that she's still undergoing. And I don't want to overstate this because it's just a matter of circumstances, but the group that she's currently in, she is starting to make more connections with them and feel closer to them and trust them and be interested and care for them. She's still herself. She's absolutely still has got that complete sort of disregard, this not caring particularly for other people's feelings as much, or not particularly putting stock in feelings. But she would give the current members of the group a lot more leeway. She would be a lot more considerate than she would in other circumstances. So, and that's a nice thing for her to experience, becoming close to people, which she really hadn't done for most of her life.
Great. Thank you.
Can we please hear from Aidan?
Hello. I will answer first for. Who am I going to answer first? For Demos. What is? Let me see. What am I going to do? Sorry. So probably what is the most treacherous journey has your character undertaken? He's been under quite a few since I've known him. I can't really speak to the ones that he went on before. But the most treacherous one that I know of that Demos has been on would probably be going to the Upside Down, which was pretty terrifying. He had a thing happen where every time he rolled a certain way, he would start sinking into the ground, and he almost lost his beautiful legs. There was some very scary monsters. There was pretty much no clear way on how they could get out without the help of this one person, and if she'd died, they would have just been stuck there. It was pretty scary, pretty touch and go for quite a while. So that was, it was definitely perilous.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Gray, what is the most significant change his character has undergone? I would say it would be probably joining this party, or probably joining this party. It was such a hard thing for him to do, I think, to make that decision, because the other party were kind of his family in a way. Everyone else that he had in his family before then had been brutally murdered in one way or another, and so he'd kind of slowly formed this new family, and he chose to follow his heart and join another one. So yeah, that's kind of been the biggest thing that he's undergone is choosing to leave behind his family in the hope that he'll see them again. But yeah, that was pretty big for him.
Excellent.
Can we hear from Mr. Graham, please?
Mm-hmm.
Well, message from Gray's erstwhile family. They are working really hard at getting brutally murdered too. So, don't you worry. We'll try. I'm playing a couple of characters too. First one being the Athanal. And her question she's going to answer is what's the darkest secret? I think here before. Certainly, her darkest secret is one that none of the party know. Players might. Characters definitely not. Her faith is problematic in a sense that she worships quite a dark goddess, and her key beliefs really are that assassination is a sacred endeavor, and she is set on a task to sort of purify society of the corrupt and the tyrannical, and the weak, by killing them, usually from behind when they don't know she's there. That's pretty twisted. She doesn't consider it so. However, she's come off this path. Her god has very demonstratively told her that there is a higher purpose for her, and as if to prove that, several of her goddess's friends showed up out of nowhere, which has kind of convinced her that the path she's on is one that her goddess wants her to be on, which is to see through this mission, and she's convinced of that. So she's had to put aside her usual day job, which isn't to say she's not killing people, but she's not doing it for the same reasons. She fully intends, once she's sort of seen this through, if she's still alive, she'll go back to pleasing E.R.P in the conventional manner. I mean, as to who she kills, I mean, she likes to think that the goddess tells her who to kill. This pleases her god and is very gradually sort of improving society by doing this. Obviously, it's highly arbitrary. None of the characters know this. They think she's a bit intense, I suspect, and a little bit funny, but she's pretty twisted when you get down to it. But she doesn't say she's not pleasant day to day, and she certainly wouldn't want to stab any of the party. She thinks they're very worthy characters. But yeah, that's going on underneath.
And again, Graham, as mentioned a few times, we've come to recording this adventure relatively late in the piece. There were a number of instances before we started recording our games, where Neathanel would head off of an evening and get up to various activities.
Yeah, I mean, usually with pretty good purpose. I mean, one that the party didn't know about at the time was before recording was we came across a sort of nasty sort of town representative. I don't know what you call him, really, a burgess or something, and who was clearly mistreating his wife and being a bit of a nasty piece of work. She got a message from her goddess. Really, that's where it came from. To creep into the village at night, go into his townhouse and slit his throat, and then leave. And that was what she did. And she didn't tell the rest of the party. And didn't feel they needed to know. Of course, GM being GM, having done that, he didn't let that go let that go without being marked. She was subsequently charged, which made with his murder, which was a little rough because definitely there'd been an intruder. I guess they didn't see that.
She wasn't charged. Remember?
Well, she was under suspicion anyway for killing her husband. But we had the opportunity. Luckily, she had the opportunity to assist in her escape.
Correct.
Being in custody, she had a special spell.
Sorry. The wife was accused of.
Yes, the wife was accused.
Yeah. Yes, that happened. But, sorry, I thought you meant Neathanel was. No, Neathanel wasn't.
No, not Neathanel. The wife who she would really felt for ended up being charged. However, Neathanel was able to set her free, and eventually, thanks from that lady on the road later on. So it kind of ended. I would say, well, call that a happy ending if you like. But anyway, I'm moving on to. Significant change. Yeah, I mean the obvious one. When he was a boy, he was somebody else. He was an orphan called Feistel, and he was rescued by his mentor Siente, and people often describe getting religion as changing them, but his perception of allowing the goddess into his body and into his mind was a complete. He calls it a rebirth. He remembers the person he was before, but he does not resemble that person. He was reborn. He became Tien, took his master's surname Guildflower, and became a genitrist. And he has knowledge of that former person, but that person has gone, and he is a new person, and he has found new purpose and personality in life. Quite a massive change in his life. Really, really distinct. And that's our lot.
Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, one and all. Well introduced, well met. That is the party. Oops, no, wrong one. Sorry. That is the party, I should say. Named and all in colour. Pete, as per usual, can you please give us a super quick précis of what happened last time, please?
Sure thing. Before I do, I might sort of pipe up about that last bit. Remember about Neathanel and the Burger Meister? I think he would call him the beanbag or the leather jacket. I seem to remember that Leif did have a conversation with Neathanel about that because he saw her climbing over the wall that night, and quite some months later, he did ask her about that, and I think she sort of didn't commit to an answer, but he sort of let her know that if that's what indeed she was up to, he agreed with her. I think was the gist of that conversation. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't actually. I can't probably several years ago in our time, wasn't it? But yes, that's good.
Yes. I just thought I'd let you know that it was a little an aside that at the time,
right. A wink and a nudge.
Yeah, and it wasn't until way later that he just dropped that into the conversation and just let her know that he was, if that was indeed what she'd been doing, and he suspected it was, he was all good with her.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Right. Sorry. Add that. Where we were last time. So we're on the island of Aranmore. We're trying to get to the city of Taraknev, the ruined city of Taraknev, to find information and find the sword and maybe stop Irene Chonta. It's raining. The last session started with us on the river road, the Via Passage. on our way to Tereknev, we had stopped where there were a couple of tombs. We figured they were tombs, stone buildings. Oh, there's the river road. Yeah, stone buildings beside the road, and we'd investigated them. There were the one on the far right had a passage at the back of it going back down, and we actually found back into the stone wall behind. Found that was blocked by rubble. That was fine. Tarquin and Demos did a bit of investigating, and there was inscriptions all over these, and in particular, and Tarquin asked, there were inscriptions of birds, and he asked, was any of them a swan? And there was. In the left-hand tomb, there was a swan inscribed above, well, on the back wall. Swan is a symbol of Aphrodite, or at least for Etienne's version of Aphrodite, and in a vision that he'd had whilst sleeping and relayed to the rest of the party, we were told, Aphrodite told him to look for her symbols, the swan, I think the red rose, I can't remember the other ones, but on the river road, we, after connecting to the swan, we examined the back wall of the left-hand tomb more and found a fairly shoddily plastered over, false barricaded or bricked up wall. We tore it down, found a passage going down further, and we decided we're going to investigate. Additionally, above both doors of these tombs, there were inscriptions, and at the beginning of the last session, we read the runes to find that actually that's a repel undead spell. We were hoping they trigger automatically, perhaps when there's a radius of undead come within a radius or something. We're not sure, but we read the runes, found out that's what there's spells above each door, and so it may be useful for us a bit later. Right, we went down. We went down the we were following the instructions, following the symbol of the swan, basically. Came down the quite a long way down. Came to this this tomb. There were sarcophagi around, and a big statue, quite ruinous. We were very careful as we explored, picking for traps and making our way around. And we moved further and further into the room. I don't know, it's too much to talk of. We got to this corner, and at this corner and a little bit beyond, we started to notice some light, a faint glimmer of light. You can see it there in the distance. So very interesting, because we were by now quite a wee way underground. So very interesting, and perhaps we wanted to follow this to see if it gives us some sort of advantage for getting to Tereknev or finding something useful. Sneaking further on, noticed some of the undead. I think it was Tarquin doing that, or maybe it was Nethel, I'm not sure. A couple of I'm calling them maggoty ones. There they are. There he is. They're lovely. They were just sort of hanging out, as they probably do during the daytime. They're not fond of being out in the day. They can be, but I think they're not fond of it. So we decided we want to investigate the light. We better get rid of these undead guys first. We were going to do a bit of a surprise shoot at them, but they ended up hearing us, and the attack was sprung. So I think we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of them at us. We've got there's the situation there, and I think we should probably do a recap in a moment. Just one more thing. Oh no, 4 of them. Yeah, 2 more. One more thing was that I think that the group would have discussed this, so it's okay if I share that. I think that the maggoty ones, I think Leif in particular would be keen to have recapped this. I think these maggoty ones tended to be the ones that couldn't be hurt by non-magic weapons, and that regenerated quite quick, I think. But so watch this space, and I think that's where we're up.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. As always, Pete, I'm wondering actually when you get to play the game, because you spend seemingly so much time taking really detailed and really useful notes in terms of what happened. So great stuff. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you. Any questions from any of the players? Anything that's not clear? Why don't I do just a quick run through of where characters are, and then we can ask for any questions. Etienne's here. Gray is here. Tarquin and Mithan were the first 2 that crept up, and it was Tarquin and Mithan that were attacked first, and Tarquin actually was reasonably moderately badly injured by one of them, 2 of these horrible creatures here, and then another 2 just at the very last 10 seconds of the last fight. This one and then this one came hurtling around the corner, and this one here unfortunately attacked Keros. It missed Neathanol lurking in the corner, or didn't attack Neathanol lurking in the corner. Leif is here, Demos is here, Mithan is here, and I think that's it. Whoops. In terms of a sense of scale, we are talking, the width of this area is about 20 foot. So, from there is, some 20 or 20 or so foot across. Any questions, folks?
Oh, one just reminder. I'm sure you did remember, but that Etienne had cast courage on the party, which affects himself as well, and so we get these things. Obviously, have abilities to inspire or instill fear in the party, but as a consequence, they get a second.
Yes.
RR with a plus.
Yes. And you'd also included some other notes, and the Ethanol has plus 25 to a next attack. I don't know. Everybody had successfully made their resistance roll against the second two, this one here and this one here. Keros, you had successfully made it. Did everybody else make it against all four? So there was an initial resistance roll on fear for these ones, which everybody definitely made. And then the second lots, do you know if others made it? They came through later in the round. I know that Keros did.
Right.
I don't think Neathanol will have done because she'd have acted first.
Yes. So I will ask for... I think, Leif, you did, because you were in the front line, and you passed. Mithan, I'm going to say that you're unaware or you're focused on other things. So I'll ask for another fear roll from Mithan, Tarquin, Grey, Etienne, Demos, and Neathanol. Because both Keros and I think Leif had to deal with attacks from both last time. Does that sound fair? Is that right? Have I missed that?
No, I think that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that is where we are going to begin. No further questions. If you're sitting comfortably, if you want to see what happened next, let's start the game. And we are into the fight. Rolling initiative. Please tell me if there's any changes to initiative I need to make. Going once, going twice. Okay, we're off for initiative. And we're off.
Sorry. Etienne was casting a spell.
Yeah, unfortunately, mate, I've just clicked on. I can't really go back. I can't really unwind.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, can't unwind that. Neathanol, you are first up, and yep, first and foremost, I would like you to make a. I'm just going to switch down my sound effects just a smidge. Hang on. Definitely switch down my sound effects. That's better. Neathanol, can I ask for a fear resistance roll? And that is because of these ones that have come out. Now, this is based on channeling. Give me what level is she, please?
She's 10th.
10th?
She rolled a 71.
She's
plus
fine.
3.
Absolutely fine. No problem. Neathanol, you've seen these 2, 1, 2 come around the corner. In addition to those two here, what do you do?
I guess she's going to put this magic weapon thing to the test because she has a back in front of her.
She does.
She has she has a plus 25, so I guess, yeah, she may as well use it. So she's going to have a crack and see if that's actually true, that her weapon is next to useless.
Okay.
Well, she hasn't got a magical weapon.
Okay.
Of any kind, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she steps forward. It's only 10 foot away, so I'm going to say there's no movement penalty. and you get a clear back shot. Give me a roll, please.
41. She is with a short sword plus 118. Plus that 25, etc.
The sword smashes into this thing's back. A chunk of flesh falls off it. No apparent effect.
All right. Well, if with that kind of plus, that proves it. But she had it, so she was going to use it.
Cool. Next up is Leif. We'd already determined, Leif, you'd rolled to basically hold the line against the horror, the terror of seeing these horrible things come through. What do you do?
Can I have just a quick look at his position? Because I feel like he feels he's sort of out. He wants to make a line, sort of. Yeah, he's sort of out in the front a bit, isn't he? Sorry. Yeah, although Demos can attack through, but there's room for one more on him, isn't there? Sort of thing.
Yeah, potentially.
He's got two on him. Well, there's one in front of Mithan, one in front of Tarquin, and one in front of Leif. But I think the one on, I can't remember. No, he's gonna split his parry if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he will do an attack on the one that's in front of him. Yes.
Okay.
Number
8.
8. Thank you.
How much is he splitting his parry?
And just oh, sorry, I forgot to say. First thing is a 10% action to
you there, Pete? Is Pete frozen?
He looks frozen.
He does look frozen. Yeah. Damn it. It's not a great start, is it? It's unusual too. Usually Discord doesn't freeze. Let's just see if he rejoins. Could someone... Oh, I'll do it. Wonder how long it'll be until he realizes that he's frozen. Everybody else still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm here. Ryan was freezing a bit at the start of the game for me.
Was he? Okay. Okay. What do we do? Come on, Pete. Are you gonna rejoin? I don't really want to act for him, which means we are somewhat beholden on him rejoining. Annoying. He's off? Okay. Cool.
He's saying split parry if needed.
Split pit, yes. He just didn't say how much, that's all. Thanks, Aiden. Let's see if he rejoins. Oh, can you ask him what percentage?
Yep.
Thank you. It's unusual, it doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that actually.
Yeah.
He's just typing.
Okay. Would some brave person, once we get his split parry, some brave person like to roll for him? Just once we see his instructions.
20% per foe equals 24.
20%. 20% per foe equals 24. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, cool. So 24 times 2 is 48. So let me get his attack. He was going to attack that one with 113. So 113 minus 48. He attacks with a 65 with his long sword. And he's parrying with the rest. So got it. Can some brave person roll the dice for him, please?
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
Hey.
Perfect
Sorry
timing.
about that.
That's
My
okay, Pete.
goodness. Just the internet went kaput for a moment.
How strange. How strange. Cool. So
Sorry.
you're pairing. We got that. You're pairing 24 on each. Can you give me?
On again?
Sorry.
Sorry. First, what I was saying, just as I think I froze, was I'd like to do a 10% instantaneous spell.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Cool. Oh.
What was the roll?
3.
3. Which it only fails on a 1 or a 2.
Oh, still. Jesus. Sorry, I forgot what the thing was. It is instantaneous. It's combat 2, which is 4th level spell, which adds +10 to his DB and OB.
Okay, you're going to have to remind me of that, please, Pete. Or how long does that last, please?
1 round per level, so 9 rounds. Oh yeah, I'll keep track of that. Thank you.
Cool. So yes, he's done that. That would have only failed on a 1 or a 2, so you're lucky. You're all good. So please tell me what his OB is going to be against this thing.
It's going to be 50% of his normal attack, which obviously
He's already acted, of course, a 10%.
Yes, yeah. So, and he's going to parry 20, split parry of 20 per foe.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves him 50 exactly. So that's an OB of 60 on the one in front of him.
OB is 60. Thank you.
Yep.
Great. Thank you.
And am I rolling the attack?
Yes, please. You don't know they haven't yet.
40.
40. Cool. These things are not particularly fast, so delighted to. This is a magic sword, I'm assuming.
It sure is. Yep.
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 Just a second. Yep. You do it in a critical. Roll the dice, please. It's 11 and an A. Roll the crit.
11. Cool. Oh, that's one of those funny slow rolls. Does it go through? No. Can't again.
What's going on with the internet tonight?
Yeah, it's funny. 22, and I'll note that's a critical on a double.
It's critical on a double. Yes, it is. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate your honesty, Pete, because that is chance, very small chance, but a chance of your weapon getting stuck in the foe. It was an A crit.
It's more a matter of remembering.
Yeah,
the rule.
That's right. That's right. And weapon breakage again. Does play, but it's got to be within the fumble range of the weapon. So if you fumble on a broadsword of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you roll an 11, a 22, a 33, a 44, or a 55, there is a chance of weapon breakage. Higher doubles, no chance. Pete, there is a 3% chance with the slash critical that you stick your sword into this critter and it doesn't get out. 1, 2, or 3, and your sword's in this thing.
Okay.
Give me a roll, please.
73.
73, you're fine. Unfortunately, relatively ineffectual and no additional crits after all that.
Yep, no worries.
That's it. That's your action.
Cool.
Gray, what do you do, please?
Where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to. It's quite dark. He is there. Where's Keros? I think he can't really get anyone from where he's standing, so I think he'd probably like to just go get to where Keros is to ward off anything that's maybe going for it.
Okay.
Is there still one on her?
Oh yes, there's one right there. It's about to eat her.
Oh yeah. Okay, well yeah, he would definitely like to go and stop that from happening.
Okay. So, tell me. So he moves over, and what happens?
He would swing his axe into its face.
There you go. That will be a flank attack on it.
Try and put
And
himself in front of her. If he can.
Yeah, she's in melee, so you'd have to kind of how would that work? You'd have to spend some of your attack pushing her out of the way. I would say at least 30% of your attack, because it's 30% for a disengage for melee. So you'd have to spend 30 of your percentage of your time shoving her or pushing her out of the way.
Okay, he's going to do that, and then he's going to attack with. So 30% is going to be that, and then I'll say 40% is going to be attack, and then 30% parry.
Cool. Great. So could you give me basically just to shove her? What I'm interested in is hang on a sec. Yeah, an easy maneuver based on your agility to just kind of push her out of the way for 30%.
Okay.
All,
24?
All or nothing. Okay. An easy maneuver at 24 plus... what's his agility, please?
Plus 20.
Plus 20. 44. You've got a 80% chance of shoving Keros to one side successfully. 80 or under.
I roll again?
Yes, please.
80 or under.
Yep.
Okay. 53.
Yep, sure. So you shunt Keros to, I'm going to say, over here. Push her out of zombie or creature reach, whatever it is, and you step into the fray. Make an attack, please. Now, you've already used 30% of your action to do that.
Yep.
So give me a...
56.
What was the roll, sorry?
56.
56, cool. And so if you minus 30% of his axe already, and then whatever you're wanting to put into parry, and tell me what he attacks with, please.
Okay. Where is your axe, young man? There it is. Okay, so he would it would be 30% plus 30% was parry, so that's 60 off of his attack. So that would mean that he would have 45.
Cool.
Plus 45.
Perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what I need. Yes. So hey, how about that? You end up doing exactly the same crit as Leif did. 11. And
it's magic as well.
It's magic. Yes. No, I realised that. Nice one. Give me a roll, please.
Sure.
Yep.
36.
36. You do it one more hit point. Glancing shot.
Cool.
Tarquin is next to act. Tarquin is here.
And he's bleeding at 2 hits around.
Correct.
And there's a couple of critters in front of him.
Correct. He will need to disengage if he's wanting to leave the fight, or he can do something else.
I feel like I should move him out of the fight. Would Tarquin do that, or would he just... randomly wave his arm around. He has a sword. Yep, he has a
Short sword.
short sword. What will I do with him? And it's not magic. Can I disengage him and step back? And wherever he's bleeding from, can I hold that?
Sure thing. So as per before, disengages a 30% activity. Give me a roll. Unfortunately, he is at negative 31, so he's not feeling his best. But give me a roll. I would rank this also an easy maneuver. Give me a roll. You want a high result, and we add on his agility onto this.
His agility.
Oh no, his skill in using leather armor, which he's got, soft leather.
So I rolled a 59.
Yep, 59. Cool.
And defense armor type.
Yeah, so it'll be a skill, soft leather armor.
Oh, skill. Sorry. It's so weird when you I don't have any of those skills. Soft leather. I've got rigid leather. I can only see a rigid leather armor skill.
He's definitely got it.
Soft. Oh, sorry, soft leather. Yep. Plus 20.
Plus 20. Okay. And negative. What did I say? Negative 30.
31.
Negative 31. Is a 48. Not disastrous. Not great. Tarquin, you've got an 80% chance to stagger backwards, 80 or under.
The roll 80 or under?
Yes.
Oh dear. 59?
59, you're fine. So you step back out of harm's way, you move back 10 foot.
Oh no, sorry. That was delayed, it was 5.
Oh, that's fine.
If that makes a difference, sorry.
You're still under 80. So you step back and 10 foot. You've got 70% of the round left to act. What do you do?
Do I know where I'm bleeding from?
I think you got munched on the arm.
Can I hold the munched arm with my other arm?
Can. That relieves 1 hit per round, so you're now bleeding at one hit per round. And call it 60% left to act. What does he do?
Can I hold it till the end, or do I have to do something now?
No, you can tell me what you'd like to do, an opportunity action, and then tell me what you do with the remainder of it. But you need to tell me what his action is, what his opportunity action is, what his intention is.
Oh God, his intention is to kill one of them, but he hasn't got a magic weapon, has he?
Sorry, no, he hasn't. You're playing another character. You're playing someone else's character. No, he doesn't. That I'm aware of, he doesn't have a magic weapon.
And casting 75, isn't it?
Yes.
I think he, at this stage, he can't attack. He's unwell. He hasn't got a magic weapon. I think he would be wanting to get people out, or to get himself and others out of that immediate area. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm stuck. Can I just pass?
Sure. Yep.
I don't know what to do with.
Yep. Fair enough. No problem. I mean, hey, this is not your character. You can find a friend. You can seek advice from others if you wish.
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I feel like Tarquin would want to do something rash, but I don't want to do something rash with somebody else's character when I can't even manage my own. But it's not looking great for him. So would we be retreating? What would I do with him?
Asking everyone.
Yes.
Anyone.
I reckon what you've done is a great idea. I reckon take him out of harm's way. I wonder if a perception roll, because that would fit with your activity percentage. And just as a tip, I think he has got spell. Like, you've thought of this obviously because you've talked about spell casting, but I think he has got a spell that can stop him from bleeding. So I'd be checking on his spells for next round. I think that would be his priorities. But I wonder if a perception roll this round with the remaining percentage might be helpful. I don't know. I think you've done the right thing moving him out. Sorry, anyone else?
Bear in mind you're very kindly playing someone else's character, but we do want to keep it moving. Any
No,
further?
I know. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Any further thoughts?
I'll do a perception now, if
Yep.
I may.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then I will look to sort myself out next round.
Good. Give me a roll, please.
30% perception.
Yep. So there's no negative to this.
31.
31. Very good. And what is his perception skill? It's very high.
Perception.
98, I believe.
Oh, you've got it before me. 93.
93. Cool. Yeah. So Tarquin, you step back to there. You have a look around. You're totally and utterly aware of what's happening in front of you, the fight that's happening in front of you. You've seen Nyathanel come up behind this creature. You've got a really good sense of what's going on. You don't pick up any more information at this stage. Nice one. We're going to move on unless Tarquin does anything else. Nope. Okay. Nice one. Thanks, Alex. And again, always appreciate someone jumping in to play someone else's character. Etienne Gilderflower.
Hello. He'd like to cast the spell. He's been itching to. He's fully prepared.
Done.
4 rounds, and he's ready to roll.
Done.
He's got to first of all get over his armor, get over himself.
Get over himself. Cool. So
do a bit of transcending, if you would mind.
Transcend away. It's a 20% action. Give me a roll. He's got to beat 101.
58.
Plus.
Good start. Plus 89.
89. That Etienne Gilderflower would be
Transcended. Consider yourself.
Consider yourself transcended.
All right.
Give me a roll.
28.
28. Channeling metal armor. 28. Okay.
He's wibbling and a wobbling, and well, he's definitely. I mean, he's got a lot to say.
Sure.
It's the usual. I won't bother. But,
28 plus 15. That gives you 43. That is a bit better. And what is 4 rounds of prep plus 20, and his level, please.
His level is just know that's my 8th.
8th. That makes a considerable distance. Yep. Hello, you still there? There's just a bit of rustling and.
That's me rustling.
So actually, with plus 15 for yelling and gesticulating, plus 20 for the 4 rounds of prep, which he has been holding for that length of time, plus his level, that actually ends up being quite a respectable amount in the end.
Oh, I hope so. So please repel these foul creatures.
And what's the range of the spell?
100 feet.
100 feet, cool. All of them are well within 100 feet. And you roll that. Is this a resistance roll they need to make?
Yep, it's 5 points of undead.
Cool.
And, hang on. Let me just read that. Causes them to flee or disintegrate or undo. No. Moment. Animated dead are treated as class 1 undead and are not entitled to 1 RR. Automatically disintegrate if the spell does not fail.
Mm-hmm.
Creatures and monsters provides a complete description of different types of undead.
Yep.
Each is otherwise is entitled to an RR. If the target fails the RR by 50 or less, it will flee.
Yes.
If the target cannot flee, it will remain motionless. If a target fails by more than 50, it disintegrates.
Got it. I know exactly what's happening.
All right.
Yep. Up to you where you target initially. Who's your first target with this?
I think the ones that are engaging, probably.
They all are.
Well, they all are really. Okay,
Yeah.
the two that have just showed up last, rather. Who's
That
probably a bit fresher.
That one and that one. Okay. Okay, so that one there. That one there has to roll a 74 or better. Coming into, just for dramatic effect, coming into exclamation mark R space D100. Has to roll 74 or better. Rolls a 49. Difference of how much, if he fails, by how much does he disintegrate?
Yes. If the target fails the R by 50 or less, it will flee. By more than 50, it disintegrates.
Unfortunately,
take it.
No, it does flee. However, this creature is not at all interested in being anywhere close to here, and rushes, making kind of horrible slobbering noises, and rushes back into the room that it just came from. The next one that you wanted to target was this one here. Same result, same number it needs to beat. Came close, but again, the one in front of Grey wants no more of this, and charges into the gloom. There are now, I would say, absolutely huzzah, and even just a bit of yes, and
duck? No duck noises.
Oh, we got a duck noise for you.
That's better.
Yeah, I thought you liked the duck noise.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice work. Two of them gone. It affects that spell affects 5 levels, which unfortunately means that is the limit of its spell. The other 2 remain, but it has cleared the battleground of 2. Nice work. That was a 75% action. Etienne, with the remaining 25% action, what do you do?
Draw a sword, please.
Yes. Okay, draws a sword. Done. This one here savages Mython, or attempts to.
Sorry, which one can I see?
This one here.
Cool. She was planning on splitting her parry as well, please.
Okay. Cool. So I've got her DB as 22. She didn't have her shield, I don't believe, because she had a bow in her hand.
No, she took time to get her shield out, I believe.
Your call. Up to you. Up to you. I don't think she had it, but she's your character. Your call. No. She had her bow, came around the corner, creature's attack, dropped the bow, drew a sword. Did she?
Yeah, but I have a memory that she might. I remember considering drawing her shield. Let's say she doesn't, just for argument's sake. Yeah, okay. Cool. She'll parry 30% on that one, which is 31.
31. Thank you. Excellent. Ooh, it rolled very well, however. 3 in a B, Mython.
Okay.
Ooh, Mython. Its claws rake across your neck. And there's a gart of blood from Mython's neck. You're bleeding at 2 hits around, Mython. Yep. And you're stunned for 3 rounds. Not stun, no parry. Let's try that again. You're bleeding at 2 hits around, you're stunned for 3 rounds, and you take an additional 5 hits.
Wow.
Yeah, that really...
This is 2. This will be her first round of stun because she hasn't acted. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct. Except that she hasn't yet rolled to see whether or not she flees or not this round.
True. True.
Funny enough, it's her turn next. Does she attempt to flee? Give me a resistance roll, please.
Oh. Though, you're happy to.
Oh.
The ones that flee from are gone, right?
True, they are. Yep.
Well, I mean, happy
No,
to make
no,
a
no, no,
roll.
no, no. Correct. They're gone.
Right, cool. She can't act, so she'd like to do
Well,
more splitting of it.
well, no. Just remember with a stun, stunned this number of rounds. For this number of rounds, the target may not attack. They may only parry with half their offensive bonus.
Yep.
Or,
Oh, okay, right. Oh, that's full parry with half.
Mhm.
Is that worth doing? Just give me a second, or is she moving away? It's 52, 25, 25. Ah. Okay. So she's used up 30% of her action. If she still parries, she's got. Oh, she'll. How much does it take to get her shield? What percentage of action is that?
30.
30. She would like to take that action now, please.
Mm-hmm.
So
Done.
10% to change action from what she was going to do.
Yep.
Yep. So 40. So she's used up 40 plus 20, 60. So she can parry the remaining one for 40%.
Okay, done.
Oh, and yeah, so she's got her shield out, and yeah, thank you.
Cool. 3 gone. Yep. Keros, you are unstunned. Grey has very valiantly just shoved you to one side, put himself literally in harm's way. You're bleeding at 2 hits a round. What do you do?
Obviously yell out, "I love you, baby!" Kisses! And do I know where I'm bleeding from?
Yes, you would. Yeah, your arm.
And there's those 2 left there,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not going to get a shock bolt through in that position. What do I do? What do I do? Alex, think. Can I please hold my arm so I'm not bleeding so much?
Yep. Call that a 10% action.
I really want to go in there and do a shock bolt, but I've just been very kindly shoved, so I think my instinct is to fight against that instinct to go and do that. May I please do a 30% general perception?
Mm-hmm. Give me a roll.
$23.
Mm-hmm.
And I should know this off by heart, but I don't.
She has just gone up a level.
35. Oh, thank you. That's very generous. Plus 35.
So she is fully cognizant of everything around her. She is aware. She knows where all of her companions are. She's seen Tarquin coming back. She's seen a bit of red on Tarquin. You think he's injured as well. 2 still there, and she does see shadowy figures moving further into this dimly lit room at beyond. Other than that, nothing else. Around the corner, what does she take in? Here, there are some steps that go up to 2 short pillars, one here, and there seems to be some kind of sarcophagus there as well. Other than that, that's what she sees. That's she's got 60% action left. Grabbed her arm for 10, had a look for 30.
Hey, I just fight this urge that I have to do something every single round, and perhaps doing nothing might be the best course of action. I'm going to just leave it and stay close to Grey.
Okay.
Yep, sorry, not very exciting.
Sorry. Demos.
It's me. Emos is just going to continue to go 100% parry, trying to keep those horrible maggoty things at arm's length away from his compatriots.
Okay. He can't.
He's just,
He
like,
can't parry for
he's just
somebody
gonna-
somebody else. Remember.
Oh, yeah, but he's just trying to keep them away. If they lunge forward, he's pushing them back.
Okay, so he's parrying
Good.
100% with the spear. Done. Okay.
Yeah.
This one here, Savage's Lathe.
He was. Sorry, can I hear
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Yep, cool. He was going to do a split parry, but the one he was going to split is gone. Can
Yes.
he do combine his splits into one parry now?
Minus 10. 10% action. Change. Yep.
Yep. That's still a 10% up. He was going to do 20 to both, so I'll just calculate that. 9 times 0.3. Cool. So his addition to his parry is 36.
So in total, 36 for his parry.
For his parry, and then he's got an additional 10 from the 10 to his DB from the spell, as well as his shield. Yeah.
Cool. Done. So additional 10 for the spell he casts, his shield, and 36 for his parry.
Yep.
Cool. Completely and utterly ineffectual strike from this thing. It kind of scrabbles and tries to slash him as the other one did to poor Mithan. Ineffectual. Nothing. Doesn't come close to hitting you. And that is the end of the round. Rolling initiative next round. Please tell me, good time to come off mute right about now. If anything changes, your characters for initiative going once, going twice, jot down any parry, etc. in Discord. And if no one's got anything to change for their initiative is off. Nyathnal, you're next to act.
Just gonna type. So the one that was immediately in front of her is gone. She has a non-magical blade. She will prepare it, please.
Prepare. Done. Great. You've just valiantly shoved Keros to one side. The two that were in your immediate area have fled. What do you do?
He's gonna try and assess, just make sure that she's okay, and if she needs someone to like hold a wound, he'll hold a wound. He just wants to know if he can help. And he's just gonna be there, but also just be keeping an eye in case any more of those maggoty kind of zombies run out to attack them. He'll parry.
Okay. Cool. Done.
Yep.
Tarquin. Tarquin's had a step back. He's holding his injured arm. What's he doing?
He is going to keep holding his injured arm.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows what's happened to him because he had it like it happened to him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry, dumb question. So would he know that he needs to, like, a cut repair? Would he know that that's...
Yeah, he's injured. He's bleeding. He can see the injury, definitely. Yeah, for sure. He doesn't doesn't need to do a diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Okay,
if that's
cool.
where you come from.
Can he please cast cut repair on himself?
Sure thing.
It's a level 7 spell.
Give me a roll, please.
Okay. $92.
Nice. 92. No, it's not an instantaneous spell, so there's negative 30 to that roll. However, with that spell goes off, particularly with a 92. Nice work.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not an instantaneous spell. Does it have an asterisk next to it? In the name?
Cut repair 1. It does have a star next to it.
Oh, in that case, it is an instantaneous spell, so you're doubly fine. By any count, the spell has gone off. What happens, please?
Tiny little glowing, teeny tiny needles and threads come out and start magically working away and sewing up the wound till there's no longer bleeding.
And that's what the wound does. It stops all bleeding. Is that right?
Oh. As clot reduce. So as per clot, clots a wound to reduce hits round by 1 per. I don't know what that word is. Oh, permanent after 1 hour. If caster is unconscious, this spell will operate without concentration, but it's actually after 1 minute. Cut repair as per 1, permanent after 1 minute.
Sure. How many hits does it reduce, please?
How would I know that?
Oh, could you read the description of the spell again, please?
Oh, yep. Clots a wound to reduce hits per round by 1.
By
Permanent-
one. Cool. Got it, by 1.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I'm not familiar with these.
That's all right.
Yep,
That's all right.
Sorry.
That's all right. So he's so hits per round by 1, and he was already holding his bleeding in, so therefore his hits per round have ceased.
Right.
Done.
And the wounds, he's not bleeding, he's not anything, he's just down on the hits.
Well, he was bleeding at 2. You've just cast a spell which stops, as I understand, stops 1 of those hits per round bleeding. He's got his hand clamped over his injury, so if he takes his hand away, he'll still start bleeding again for 1 hit.
Oh, okay, no, he's keeping the hand there.
Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you. Phew.
That was a 75% action. What else is he doing for the remaining 25?
What is he doing? Can he hold a sword?
No, because he's
like if you've got one arm on the other arm, can the hand hold
yeah,
the sword?
I guess you can. I don't know. It certainly won't be effective, but you could probably draw a sword. Yes.
Would he parry for the rest?
Yeah, he could. Yeah, potentially. He will start bleeding again. If he needs to parry, he will start bleeding again. But
okay.
He can draw a sword without starting to bleed.
Yes, please.
Okay, done. Excellent. That's the end of Tarquin's turn. Leif. And just a heads up, by the way, if there's anybody that's playing someone else's character, help is always welcome. Leif.
Thank you. Leif will sort of say, "Get in there, Demos," or "Move over, Mathan," or something. That's what he'll say. Yeah, but and then he'll attack. He'll attack the one in front of him. Or what did I say? 70%, please.
Cool. Give me a. Oh, I just need to do something on that one and that one. Just before. Sorry, Pete. Just before you do. Each time you stare at these things, you notice their flesh where you've hit them. It is regrowing and kind of melding back together each time you hit them, and it's happening really fast. So you hit one, and the tissue is kind of knitting and folding back into itself. They are healing again fast. Make an attack roll in 1 second, please. This is number 1. Yes, please, Leif. Go.
91.
91. Good roll.
Finally.
Finally. And what's his skill with the sword with all the parry, etc.?
83.
83. Perfect. Thank you very much for having that organised. Wallop. 163 was the result, which is an overkill. So that's 14 divided by, and he's using a longsword or a broadsword?
Correct.
A longsword?
Longsword.
Yeah, great. On rank 1. Where's the longsword one? There we go. 1, 2. 5 divided by 5. Okay. 5 is 2.8. Round up to 3. That is 33 in a massive amounts. 33 hits in a D slash. Roll the D. Oops. Roll the D. Oh, hang on a sec. Roll the D, please.
Oh, 67.
67, one off. You smash it hard in its shoulder. And your blade cuts deep into its shoulder, Leif. You do another 5 hits. Add +10 to your next swing. Please include that.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the +10 from it.
Yeah, you did. Thought you might have. Yeah, you hit it really, really, really hard. And another 5 hits as mentioned. Smack. Nice work, Leif. Number 3. Not there. It does, however, these things are horrific. You'll see them in your fever dreams, your horrific dreams. You hit it so hard that should have, any living thing would have staggered back and not been able to fight. This thing just keeps coming at you, Leif. Just keeps coming towards you, and it is preparing to tear your throat out. And it attacks with a good roll with a 78. What's your parry, please?
He's parrying 36. Is the amount.
A sec. 78. Hang on. I just messed up the attack. So he's got his shield out. He's got +10 for his spell. And what's the parry, please?
36.
36. Yeah. With all of that defense, with parrying some, with the spell, and also because this thing is half falling apart with that last shot. Basically, its arm is half off. It kind of swipes at you, Leif, and you easily turn the blow aside. It doesn't touch you.
Thank you.
Etienne, you have your sword out. What are you doing?
Right. He's going in
Cool.
through the gap.
Through the gap. Attack. Modest minus for moving and attacking. But other than that, give me a roll, please. That is on number... that one. Give me a roll.
And he'll go 80-20.
Yep. So you need to tell me what the actual split.
Yeah.
How much does he attack with?
I'll pull out my calculator, which I've got here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
69.
69. Brilliant. Cool. Give me a roll.
Hey.
Oh, you rolled a 69?
69. Yeah.
69. Oh, great. Okay, cool. What's his skill with the sword, please? With the parry, with the reduced parry.
Working out the thingy.
Mm-hmm.
104.
104. Crikey.
And holy weapon.
Holy weapon.
Holy weapon. Magic smite of the unfaithful. Holy sword uses holy crits.
Nice.
And I think he would like to round things off with a firebolt.
Nice. Just Just a second. Holy arms. HL. So let's roll the holy attack. Give me a roll, please.
7.
7. 9 hit points. And what is the additional 9 hit points? And then the firebolt. How does that work, please?
Oh, what was the damage of the original attack?
30.
30, and there was no crit.
30 and a D.
A D. Okay. And the firebolt on instantaneous has quarter of swords OB.
Perfect. Yep.
Moment, please. Uh, 33.
33. Perfect. Give me a no, same roll. Yes, is that right?
Don't know.
Yep. Give me a roll. We really need to write this stuff down.
12. God, these are good rolls, aren't they?
12. No additional damage. No additional damage, unfortunately, from the fire. However, that massive blow with your sword was sufficient. How do you want to do this, Etienne?
Excellent. So Etienne charges in, and you hear him exclaim as he does so, "Love has the face of a goddess," and then he slices his sword straight across this thing's neck and finishes with the talons of a lion.
Excellent. Excellent. Smack! And this horrible, horrible thing goes down. That was killed 4th level. Next up is Keros.
Could she please cast Cauterize on herself?
Sure.
It is a 6th level spell. Says F.
Yep.
Stops bleeding by burning tissue closed. Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yep. Target takes 1 hit point per point of bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Target also gains scar tissue with size based on size of wound. Cauterize. When this spell is cast on a target for any purpose other than stopping bleeding. Oh no, we don't do that. So can she cast that on herself?
Yes, she doesn't need to prepare because of her special background thing. It fails on a 1 or a 2. Give me a roll, please.
Okay. Oh, 6.
Ooh. Keros, you take another 2 hits. There is the smell of burning flesh. Keros is burning flesh. You take another 2 hits. Your already extremely scarred body gets another scar to it. What's one more scar, huh? But you do stop bleeding. There is the smell of your own burnt flesh in your nostrils. Victory moans in terror and fear and sadness, perhaps. You've got 25% action left to do. What do you do?
What does she do? She's going to move back towards Tarquin's area. But yeah, keeping not so close. Maybe keeping a bit more. Yeah, maybe that way. Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Thank you.
Nice one. Mithan, you are stunned this round and 1 more round. You're bleeding at 2 hits a round.
Yep. She will stay the course, and she's parrying 50%.
Okay, done.
She'll say, "I'm bleeding."
Yep.
Out loud.
Cool. Demos.
Demos is going to try and... I mean, he doesn't have a magical weapon, but he's going to still attack the one that's still going. He's going to javelin it as much as he can, just to kind of
I
keep
thought
it
I thought we
off other people.
I thought he did have a magic
No,
spear.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it wasn't. Was it? I really need to write this down.
we said he had a magical, definitely last time. First time magical spear, wasn't it? It's like a semi- issue.
I mean, I'm happy to say Brittany is magic.
Okay.
Yes, he'll attack with his the spear. That one that's going for Demos. Not for Demos, for Leith.
So I do need to know whether or not it's magic or not, because yeah, it does have an effect on the game.
Yes. Sorry, I can't see on my sheet that it's magic, so for now I'll just say it's not.
Okay.
And then I'll double check it.
The XP sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have that open at the moment.
Okay.
That's all good.
Okay. Give me.
It's not in the XP sheet, and
It's not? Okay.
it's not magic. It's not. It's just plus 10
Okay.
in the XP sheet.
Give me a roll, please.
55.
You're
Does
sticking
that
it.
mean it?
You're sticking into this thing. It barely notices, I'm afraid, Demos. No effect.
Does the 55 mean that it's? Oh, sorry, I blanked out before, but does that mean that it's like a damage of breaking? Is it 5/5?
Oh, thank you. Well spotted, and again, appreciate your honesty. I don't think so for a spear, because it should be a lower fumble range, but yes, good shout. I appreciate it. Spear is 1 to 5. I'm afraid, yes, there is a chance. How
Okay.
exciting! A breakage roll. So weapon breakage.
Okay.
Just coming. I just need to find my rules, because it's a while since I have used them. Rules. Just coming. There we go. Okay. So, as follows. If you roll an unmodified weapon of the within the fumble range, which you just have done, you firstly roll a D100 and see what was affected. So, give me a roll, please. Please, Demos.
Sorry, do you mean he had to roll a fumble?
No.
Oh, sorry.
He had to roll either a 11, 22, 33, 44, or a 55. He rolled a 55.
Got you. Because 1 to 5 is the fumble range for a spear, so it's
Correct.
double 1 to 5.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct. Can you give me a roll, please, Demos?
Yep. 89.
89. So, that is a breakage risk to the attacker's weapon or defender's armor or shield. So sometimes this can result in you attacking a foe and their stuff breaks. Unfortunately, in this case, the defender doesn't have an armor or shield, so it is down to just to your spear. So now what happens is we add on the breakage strength for a spear, which is 60. And can you please roll a D100? And if you roll more than 101, there's no chance of breakage. So roll the dice, add 60, and if you're 101, you're fine.
Add 60.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine. 88.
88, you're good. So there's a chance of something happening to your spear. There was kind of a crunch, but no, you're fine. You're all good. Thank you for your honesty. Next up is that's the end of the round. Going to initiative. Anybody making a change to initiative, doing anything with their spells, now's your chance to say. Going once, going twice, and we are off. First to act is Yathanel. You prepared last round.
Yeah, that thing's surrounded, so she'll just prepare another round.
Okay. Done. Done. Gray.
Yes.
You are here.
Yep. What is he gonna do? He'd quite like to attack that one. Would he be able to like go for a swing between Leif and Demos
There's
with
no-
his axe, or is
there's
it
no
too
room.
dangerous?
Yeah, there's no room here. He'd have to go this way.
Oh, he's not super keen to do that because he doesn't want to get flanked by something from around the corner. Actually, yeah, he's going to do it. He's going to go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll come around and just try and give it a wallop.
Okay.
And he'll
From behind.
if he can attack with like 50%, and then the rest of his turn, can he just kind of like maneuver so that he's also can see what's coming through that little corridor if it comes from behind afterwards.
Yep. So his movement there was 10%, which means he doesn't have to take a penalty for that. It's basically within his rounds to move and get behind this thing. If he wanted to sacrifice, say 10%, he could either turn around, or he could move to somewhere like there, or back to where he was.
Okay. Okay. So does that mean? Do you mean after he attacks it?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to attack it, and then he's going to go back to where he was.
Okay. So he's attacking with 90%. Give me a.
He'll attack with 70%, please.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a roll.
All right.
This is a back attack.
No. It's 2.
A 2. That is a fumble. Roll the dice, please.
Yeah. Too excited. Okay, he's 79.
It's quite high.
Yeah, quite high.
You lose your grip and juggle your weapon for 2 rounds. Unfortunately, you cannot parry. Gray, you are standing there going... juggling your axe.
We might not have seen it. You know.
You are stunned, well, not stunned, but you are must parry. No, you can't parry. For 2 rounds.
Can he move? Can he juggle his way back to where he was?
The fumble doesn't explicitly say that, but I would read into that he would be severely penalized for doing so. You could attempt to do it at a negative 50 if you wanted to try. It would be a moving maneuver.
Oh god, maybe not this round. Oh fuck! Wow. Actually, I feel like it's probably as dangerous as this is. Maybe he should try. So he's gonna try.
He's gonna try at negative 50. It's a light maneuver. Give me a roll, please.
Yeah. 43.
43 minus 50. And what's his agility, please?
Plus 20.
20.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't fail. He just doesn't move very far. He gets to about there. Still juggling.
Okay. Cool.
That's his round, I'm afraid.
Could it, while he's juggling, could the axe maybe slice off the arm of the other one? It might actually be quite good.
Nice try. Leif, your turn.
Leif's attacking that one for 70, parrying 30.
Done. Give me a roll, please. It's now facing. It's facing you. So Mythan would have a flank on it. It's full on for you. Give me a roll, please.
I'm going to say he's get plus 10 for his next swing and
Yep.
plus 10 for his spell.
Yeah, cool. Which is 103, I take it, for his sword. Is that right?
His 70.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Just tell me.
Yeah, 83 for his sword.
83 for his sword. Is that including those 2 bonuses?
No. 70% of his bonus is 83.
Done. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So hang on. So what's the total, including those, the spell and the plus 10?
103.
It is 103, which is what I had. Okay.
So, I'm sorry.
That's all right. What's the roll, please?
Oh, I roll. 56.
56. Cool. You do it 30 in a. It's a good attack. 30 in a D slash. Roll the D. 10. No additional damage from the crit. However, how do you want to do this, Leif?
Yeah, he'll just. I suppose he can't take it down. If he can, he'd like to chop it down the middle.
Does? Yeah, for sure.
Halves. So sort of in half.
Yep. You absolutely and utterly do that. And do I have an appropriate? Yeah, here we go. Nice work, Leif. It collapses at your feet. Very, very dead. And for the moment, at least,
worms.
for the moment, the fight music goes off. That was killed fourth, Pete.
Thank you. He's got 30% that he didn't use to parry. Can you change action for 20%, kick the halves apart? Or
no,
just the end of his round.
That's
done.
Yep. We'll play out the end of this round, and then we'll take it out of rounds. Next up is Demos for the next 10 seconds. Demos, what are you doing?
He's just checking Brittany to make sure there's no cracks, and maybe doing a bit of perceiving to see if there's anything nasty coming towards them around the corner.
Cool. Give me a roll, please.
Ooh. Oh, goodness. Sorry. It's coming. 99. Ooh.
What a shame it's masked. What's his perception?
50.
Not bad, though. Let me have a look. So from where he is...
Can you see the future?
He is there. Yeah, he sees these things, or shapes, definitely just out of view, milling around over here. Yeah, these 2 shapes over in this direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He'd like to kind of relay that to
who? Sorry.
To anyone close by. He would say that there are 2 beings skulking around in the next chamber.
Okay, lovely. That was 30%. Anything else he's doing for the remainder of his next 10 seconds?
He's just going to take a breath.
Excellent. Yeah.
Uh,
Probably a
get
little
himself in. Yeah.
bit tense. Excellent. Tarquin, for the next 10 seconds, what are you doing, please?
I was going to prepare. Was I going to? Yeah, I'm still going to prepare.
Cool. Keros?
She is going to. She needs help. So she's going to call out help with health.
Yep.
And can she do a perception, please? 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. 79.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was
35.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
No fresh information for Keros.
Okay. She's just going to hang back and wait for Gray or Leif, probably.
Cool.
And she would like a big cuddle or hug or something, you know.
Nice.
Just saying.
Excellent. Etienne, your turn. You've just felled this thing. You've just watched Leif dispatch the one next to it. What do you do for the next 10 seconds?
So the repel undead lasts 1 minute per level, so we've got time to go in and confront the others. I think for the moment you just like to make sure that the head is separated from the body.
Mm-hmm.
He went for his neck. Is the head still attached?
Yes.
He'd like to detach.
Done. Shot.
And then he suggests that those without magic weapons are on burning duty. Was there a brazier in this room? No. What was in the corner of the room?
Sarcophagus and some columns.
Statues. Okay. And then I think yeah. So he'll say that, and then he'll move towards the archway with whatever he's got left.
Okay. Done. Out there.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Mithan, last round of stun, still bleeding at 2.
Oh, thank you. She'll go and give Keros a hug. No. She'll hear Keros needing assistance with health.
Yep.
She will make her way over. Oh, she'll say we need to separate those halves. She'll call to Etienne, healing for me first, and she'll want to go and see Keros and say to her, "Did you need healing?"
Mm-hmm.
And then she'd also communicate to Keros, "I'm bleeding. Can you help me?"
Okay. Cool. All right. And she moves over to Keros. Done.
Yeah, because she's still stuck. Oh, thank you.
And look, that's the end of the rounds. So we'll come out of the rounds. Talk me through what I usually do. Talk me through actions for the next. Well, you're talking about a time limit there, Etienne, with what 8 minutes of the.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I guess question.
Mm.
Because he's turned them. If they can't flee any further, it says that they just kind of stand motionless.
Mm-hmm.
So that being the case,
Yeah.
he would want to advance on them, and then while they're being motionless, and just keep hacking at the bastards till they fall apart.
So could you give me? Oh no, you've got a terrible perception, but
is there no light in there?
well, you can yeah. There is some light actually. There is some light. Not a lot.
If there isn't, he'll get some light.
Okay. So several things. These 2 creatures have moved here. It's like they can go further back, or there's more space further back, but they're not going further back. You also catch a glimpse, and the light, it was absolutely pouring outside, and you and your gear is saturated, so yeah, you're totally and utterly wet through. So the light from above is not burning bright sunlight, but there is this pale light of day filtering down from somewhere. You can see through here. What does catch your attention, however, is some kind of raised dais or platform or something at the end. Definitely things that are shiny here. Etienne.
Okay. He will wait. I think he's got a few minutes, and he's wondering why they're not fleeing further. So I think he may call to see if anybody else is able to join him.
Okay, so let's go to healing situation here. Talk me through what's going to go on here, please. And then whatever, and then I'll turn to have a think about both Grey and Demos, what Demos are doing, and I'll go around each character.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, go for it.
Keros can cast Cauterize on Mithan.
Okay.
Thank you. Should accept that. Thank you very much.
You want me to do that now, Jan?
Sure, please. Yep.
Okay. Uh, 33.
33 is not a 1 or a 2. That spell goes off. Again, there is the revolting smell of singed flesh. If only took another couple of hits, you're now down to 161. But your hits per round have ceased.
Thank you very much indeed. So Mithan will thank Keros, chuckle at another scar, and so for Mithan's part, she would call to Etienne that she will be joining him soon once done with healing. She doesn't want to spend 4 rounds in prep. She's happy to just do 2, so it's a bonus of 0 or a negative of 0. Correct?
Yes. Yep.
She would want to either do it. Ask Keros what the matter is, and if Keros's answer means that it's just hits that, she'll ask Keros what the matter is.
Keros is feeling very poorly, and she's not even feeling half herself.
Okay. I think it's fair to say that Mithan would interpret that as hits.
Yep.
Yep. So she'll do 2 rounds of prep and touch Keros and do the 3 to 30 spell on her.
Give me a roll.
Yep.
Nice touching.
Nice touching. Oh, it's a 16.
16. The spell goes off. I won't do the sound effects. And how much is Keros healed, please?
She's feeling like a third of herself now.
Hang on a minute. Oh. That would be nice. I didn't roll 3d10, I rolled 3 d100s. She heals 131 hits.
Nice.
She's feeling great.
3d10, the actual roll is, still 20.
20, nice.
Oh, she's feeling more than herself. Thank you.
Keros, you're on 35 out of your 41. You are feeling remarkably better.
But then I'd want to get a read from her if she requires more healing. She can do another spell, or is it time to push on?
Yeah, I think probably time to push on. Keros is feeling pretty.
Okay.
Pretty great.
Okay. Pause there for a second.
So that would go in.
Yep.
Sorry.
We'll just pause there. Anything that talk me through, please. Firstly, Grey and Demos's action, and then we'll go to Neathanol and Leif's. So Grey and Demos next. And then
once Grey stops juggling his axe, he's going to sheepishly walk over and see how Keros is doing. And then once he's checked on her, he's going to go and join Etienne with his magical sword.
Done.
And Demos he's going to probably still hang back a bit. He doesn't have a magic weapon, but he'll be happy to kind of like support from the back if need be. Just jab anything that needs to be jabbed in the head.
Okay, done. Great. And Neathanol and Leif, and then Tarquin. And then we'll go back to Keros and Mithan.
Neathanol's quite keen that these things don't rebuild. So he'd like to take out some oil
Mm-hmm.
and look at a way of burning them.
Okay.
Because there's no wood here, is there?
There's none. Your oil is not going to be oil alone is not going to be sufficient to not even get close to burning one of these bodies.
I think then she'll separate a lot the limbs of these things.
Okay.
So she'll just sort of take their limbs off really one by one and position them in very different places.
Okay. So she hacks them up and puts some
Put some legs over in the corner.
here and here and here.
Yeah,
Okay.
arms over there and heads. Heads, I think. She may even right down the other end of the room.
Okay. Done. Cool. So that will take her a bit of time. Pretty unsavory, pretty nasty task. But she starts on that task. Leif.
Leif would go and collect the torch and the lantern and bring them through to this part. And he would be quite keen to go with Etienne, but he thinks that perhaps someone who's not got a magical weapon could accompany them holding the lantern. He would make a suggestion. So if Demos wants to come and be the lantern bearer, I don't know. I mean, if there's no one else available, then he can do it. But he just figured everyone with a magical weapon should be ready to fight. Yeah.
Demos would love to be the lantern bearer.
Okay. So give me 1 second, please, to do a bit of swapping out. So anything else from Leif, please?
No, he's just going and being with Etienne, ready to go through to the other room once we've got all magic weapon users there.
Done. Cool.
Assuming that we move the torch through to be with Neathanel so she can get a full picture of her grisly work.
Okay, cool. We're Mithan and Keros, back to you guys and healing and other bits and bobs, please.
Keros is feeling fine. Mithan will ask if anyone else needs urgent healing. Otherwise, she's keen to go and join the magical weapons squad and go through to the other room to dispatch the rest of these things.
Tarquin's not feeling quite himself, maybe a third of himself.
Okay, so she will do another 2 rounds prep, touch him, and do a spell, if that's all right.
Yes, please. Fully prepped. Yep, give me a roll.
62.
Spell goes off, and give me a sec. Imports. There we go. Look at that. We have 2 demosses, but not for long. Okay. The spell goes off. Yep. How much healing, please?
I'm healing 23 hits.
23 hits on Tarquin. There we go. There we have. Oops. There we have a torch or something on the floor, and then we also have Demos with a lantern. And with a bit more light, you can see a little bit further in.
But then would want to check that Tarquin's feeling better. Wants to get him back to where he's active.
Tarquin's feeling 100% himself.
So what was how much did he heal, please?
23.
Yep, cool. So 57 plus 23. Not quite 100%. He's almost 100%. He's on an 8. Not that you know this, but he's on 82. 80 out of his 82. He's feeling remarkably better.
Okay, cool. No, she'll leave it at that and go and join the other ones.
Cool.
My math's just wrong. Thank you.
So with the lantern, both that Demos is carrying and also the other light source that you have, the humans probably struggle a little bit to see this, but certainly the elves don't. So very clearly in here, the room is quite long, reasonably long. Some 80 or so foot, perhaps. And I'll give you, at least for what you can see from here, you can see stairs going up. These 2 creatures are standing here, rocking to and fro. And absolutely, you can see in the gloom more stairs. Just make them out there. but there's some kind of cloth or something, or something laid out here. And absolutely, there are weapons, there are boxes, there are things laid out here, shining in the light. What do you do? That's probably taken for Neathel to hack things up, probably 3 minutes, and for healing to take place. What do you do?
Well, if everyone's game, or some of us are game, yeah, I think we'd like to go, probably avoid the light and sort of go around to the side to where they're, don't step beyond where they're stepping, but just hack them where they're standing. Does that sound like a plan, people?
Yes, aye.
Yes. Yep.
Who's doing the hacking? Or who's doing?
Etienne volunteered to hack.
Etienne's going.
Yep, raise the hack.
Gray's going. Who else?
Demos with the light.
Demos with the
Leif
light.
and Mithan.
Leif and
Yeah.
Mithan. Okay, that leaves 3 characters behind. Neathanol, Keros, and Tarquin. What are these 3 characters doing? And these by the way, these 2 things here have been thoroughly dismembered.
Okay.
In
which case, we'll follow Nathaniel. If they're taken care of and the heads and limbs are in different corners,
yes,
she will follow along behind too.
Okay. And lastly, Keros and Tarquin.
Yes, we'll go with the team.
Okay.
Keros is definitely not staying behind, and I think Tarquin is probably up for a bit of a fun.
You don't want to stay in the dark hole all by yourself?
No, thank you. She'd like to go and find Gray and have a little snuggle.
Okay. Oh no, I just think I messed up where Tarquin went. Sec. Just hang on 1 second. Just rather foolishly lost Tarquin. Yes, I did. Cool. All right. So you move through into this room, and I'll put the map back on screen. Move through into this room, and you said you're avoiding the very pale light. This is what you see. So part of the ceiling has come down, and far above you, probably 40, 50 foot above you, there is light that's coming down. It's thin. You can't really see exactly where it's coming from. So it's not direct sunlight. It's more like if you imagine the hole that you're looking up is through here. Oh, where's my camera? Is through here, and then there's probably light up here that's reflecting down. So it's not direct sunlight, but there's definitely part of the ceiling's collapsed, and you can see in here some of these columns have come down, more of the ceilings come down. But yeah, sure enough, and I'll lighten it up a little bit. You can see now with a bit more light in here. These 2 things are remaining here. It's a flight of stairs up, and you can see a number of weapons here, some boxes and some other things, and there is another sarcophagus not depicted, but at the very top here as well. You all enter the room. You've all taken that in. The hackers move forward. How to do this? Description of the spell, please, for a repel undead.
Oh yeah. If the target cannot flee, it remains motionless.
That's what they do.
Duration,
They
duration 1 minute per level.
they stand, they're kind of swaying side to side. They have no further to run in here.
So you
What do? You attack.
take their heads initially.
So I will ask for attack rolls. Starting off with. Oops. They can't retaliate, so I'm not going to put the combat music on, but I'm going to give you half XP for any slaying that happens. Let's just go. Oh no, let's do it in initiative. So of those 4 that are up there, and Torchbearer comes up. Of those 4, the first one to act is great. I've just randomly put the 4 of you there, but you tell me where else you would want to go.
Sorry, did you say grey?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, cool. Sorry, my computer seems to be doing a little bit of a glitchy thing, actually. He will. Is that one right next to him, in front of him? Because he'll chop that one.
Done. Cool. Number 3. Give me a roll.
Oh, 6.
6.
Is it masked?
It's not masked, unfortunately. It is 26 in an E. In a D, I should say.
26 in a D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Give me the D, please.
89.
89. That's a good roll. You cut off its hand.
Okay.
You wallop it for another 6 hits. Its hand just kind of basically part of its arm, just kind of standing there, swaying stupidly, absolutely befixed and befuddled by the spell that Etienne cast on it some 5 or so minutes ago. Wallop.
Cool.
Next to act is Leif.
He'll, I suppose he would have moved up 2 on each. So if Gray's going for that one, he'll go for the other one. If that makes sense, he'll be next to.
Yep. So
I see. I see. There. Yep. He'll hit the one further back.
Cool. Give me a roll, please. Number 8.
Oh.
Yep. Give me a roll.
66.
66. What a shame. 66 with a long sword. What's
119.
his 119? Thank you. Boom. Goodness me. Divided by 5 is 7. That's 37. That will go up to an E. Actually, no, you do get full hit points. I was thinking you get half, but actually I will give you full.
So full hit points, but half crit and kill.
No, just full XP. Full XP.
Okay.
Yep. And what's the damage on the crit, please? On the D.
D100. 17.
17.
When I rolled, I thought it was a 66, but that was the roll before. Yeah, 17, 17.
Add plus 10 to your next roll. However, Leif, how do you want to do this? Because you just smashed this thing.
Taking the head off.
Yep, done.
We're going that way anyway.
Done. It goes down. That's killed 4th level.
Thank you.
Next up of the 4 of you there is Mithun.
manners dictate that Etienne goes first? No, well, she'll just hit the other one.
Okay, she'll get a flank on it. Yep, give me a roll.
Oh, why is it? Oh, there we go. 38.
And with what's her skill?
Uh,
99 for the broadsword, I think.
Yep, indeed.
Yep.
No. Sorry, wrong one. 104. She's
104.
gone up a level.
Okay.
Yes.
I suppose I should do that, actually. Yes. Broadsword on 4. I don't think Etienne's going to get a chance.
Sorry, Etienne.
1, 2, 3. A colossal 38, and that would be in an E as well. No, sorry, a D. And that last one should have been a D on your one, Leif. Sorry.
Yep, got it. Yep.
Roll the D, please.
Ooh, 91.
91. You cut off his arm. However, you did it 42 hit with that critical, negative 42 hits. Fair to say it crumples to the ground. How do you want to do this, Mython?
Yep, taking off its head help is where we're going.
Done.
So,
killed fourth as well. But these two almost coup de grace kills, but okay, I'm a kind, benevolent, good-looking, generous GM. You guys do get the XP. Sorry, Etienne. They both collapse, and they are no more. What happens now, please?
I think separate the heads again.
Yep.
And maybe drag them out of there.
And all the limbs.
Chop them up.
I think Neanderthal would like to be perceiving the room.
Yep.
I think staying clear of that stairwell for the moment and the shiny things.
Yep.
Just in case, but just checking the place out.
Sure.
And we should just like to do a cursory search around there, looking for anything else might be behind the pillars, secret passages, etc.
Cool. So we will go to these 3 characters, starting with Neanderthal. So give me a perception roll. So that you're looking for specifically something hidden.
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a roll.
51.
Yep. Plus
perception plus 82.
Plus 82. Cool. Is she moving from her spot, or is she just looking?
Well, I think she will move. She won't go up the steps, but she wants to have a look, around the back there in the corner, yada yada.
Yep.
Over there, that kind of thing.
Sure. She has a good look around. There's quite a lot of rubble here. A lot of the ceilings come down, as you can see. There are no other sarcophagi in here. That's one thing she picks up. There is one, as mentioned, at the very top. It's not depicted, but if you imagine right in the center up there, there is one at the very top. She has a good look around. She can't see anything of particular interest other than what's here.
Okay.
Keros and Tarquin, what are you both doing,
please? They will have seen all of that action, I'm guessing.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
They'd like to, both of them, come in and join the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tarquin might. Keros doesn't want to be involved with any bodies or anything, or bits of bodies, or carrying heads around the place. Tarquin might be, keen to get involved if there's anything left.
Yep. So you.
Excuse me, sorry.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Back to the rest of you. Open slather. Tell me what your characters do. Let's go around in order. So yeah, a bit of a sense of. Let's start off firstly with Leif and Mython. What are your characters doing in the next 4 or 5 minutes?
Happy to take direction from those who are doing the main exploring. Mathan would like to do a perception of the room as well. Actually, she's wanting to just check on the ceiling. If it's a bit collapsy, she wants to make an assessment of how collapsy.
Okay. Give me a no. Okay, let's get a sense of what people are doing. Then we'll come back to rolls. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
Uh,
She will follow anyone's lead if we're going up. I mean, she hopes that we're eventually going up to investigate the sarcophagus and those items, but she doesn't want to be leading that.
mhm.
Leif is the same. Yeah, he will just follow the lead of the people who are best at searching for traps or investigating. Mathan also would like to perceive for any runes. So her figuring is that those undead were being repelled from Etienne's spell, not going to the back of the room where they perhaps could do, probably because of another repel undead spell. We've come across ones upstairs. She's looking to see if she can spot rooms like upstairs, up in the other ones, as well as check the ceiling. Yep, that's them.
Done. Thank you. What's Gray and Demos doing in the next couple of minutes?
Gray is walking around doing some perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite interested in trying to see if he can detect any kind of magic or anything that feels a little off.
Mm-hmm.
And Demos is just trying to give everybody a little bit of light. If anybody needs any light, he's got some light. He'll be there. And he'll just be doing general percepting.
Cool. Okay, so a few perception rolls there. And lastly, Etienne.
Yeah, he's gonna be sort of do a bit of praying, separation of limbs, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't got much for perception. But he'll look at what's on the steps at the top of the steps without touching the steps.
Okay. Here.
Sorry.
Here is that where you're looking?
Are you everyone seeing the screen move apart from me?
Yeah, it's moving.
It's moving.
Okay. Sorry, it's frozen for me.
No, mine's frozen as well.
Oh no, really?
Come back there. All right.
That's moving for me now.
Yeah, got it back.
Were you referring to where was he looking?
Up there are the steps.
Okay.
What's he's looking at the sarcophagus and looking at the items.
Sure. Could you give me well, let's start off with a perception roll for Mython first off. Looking at the ceiling and looking for runes, please.
Oh, 81.
81. It is masked. Okay, and what's your perception?
88.
88. Mython, you don't. The ceiling doesn't look as though it's particularly imminently crumbling. There's weeds and creepers and vine and moss and all the slime and the nastiness from the swamp outside that's come down, and it looks as though this stuff here has been here for some time. So there's bits of green on these bits of rubble. It doesn't look as though it's imminent coming down, but it certainly, there is a couple of really big holes directly above you. That was the first thing you're looking at. Up here, you were also looking around in this area, and that was a pretty good perception roll. So you actually beat Etienne to the punch, and there's enough light, courtesy of Demos, to see a few other things. There are some bottles, etc., lying around here. An old, what appears to be a crate of some kinds, broken pottery here, and then up on looking for the runes as you were looking for, you see relatively clearly, and there's a bit of natural light plus the light from Demos, who's quite tall and holding it up. There is the remains of what looks like a mouldering old red banner, and you see a number of objects, and I'll put what you see in up on screen in a second, and a list of what you see up on screen in a second. First thing you see is a breastplate, what you think is part of a breastplate. It's pretty broken and dented even from this distance. The other things you see are as follows. Coming into main game chat. Main game chat, yes. Paste. Damn it, no, that's not what I want. I want to do this. Yes, that's what I want. So, up on screen, I'll show you some images of what you see. Mentioned a spear there, one of the daggers, longsword, another dagger, falchion, broken jar with coins coming out of it that looks like that. Some of these stone boxes that I mentioned. There's a falchion, another falchion, a rod, and some more of the ironmongery. And then this, just check. Yeah, probably a little bit far away to see this, but there's also a plain black ring sitting on one of these boxes. But no sign of any runes. That was a very good perception roll. That's the information, Mithan, you take in. Gray, can you please also give me a perception roll?
Yep.
Got 93.
Ooh, is that a good roll? Okay, and what's his bonus?
49.
You having a good look and a good sniff and a good general, check out of the scene. You certainly pick up the information, some of the information at least that Mithan has imparted on you. You see these bits of pottery and other things kind of smashed and broken here. You're aware of these items here and this breastplate not depicted, lying pretty much in the middle of it. There, the sarcophagus at the top. Anything else, however, no, nothing for you. Anybody else doing a perception roll or doing anything? Oh, and Etienne, you were having a look too. Give me a roll, please.
Yeah, and the ethanol.
And the ethanol.
11 from Etienne.
Mhm.
Very modest perception at 27. And the ethanol.
Oh, can you roll again, please, Etienne?
No shit, really. Yeah, the ethanol rolled 91, but or do you want to take? Yeah, that was my next roll. Do I save that from the ethanol, or do I?
Well, the ethanol's kind of already had a bit of a poke around, so I'd take Etienne's. So that 99, the 91, sorry.
91.
Yep, cool. And what's his perception, please?
His perception is plus 27.
Okay. So, Etienne, you're having a look around, and then you see it. You are absolutely dead certain. You can make out the lines of some kind of small, quite discreet, well hidden, like archway or door over here.
A secret door.
You think so?
Can I just say, Etienne's never perceived anything. Wow, that's quite an achievement. Okay, well, he immediately makes that clear that there's some sort of secret door over there.
Okay. Cool. What do people do?
Discussion. You know where the weapons are.
Mhm.
Are there alcoves either side of that? To the
Yeah,
left and
there's
right?
yes, there is. There's an alcove there, and you can see a little bit of it. What can you see from your position? Yeah, you can see pretty much that. Yeah, you'd probably be able to see kind of moving around. It looks like it's a. Can't see actually in behind, but it looks like that's the end of the room.
Right. What do you think, guys? It almost seems too good to be true. Could be triggered. Any ideas? I mean, Nathanol could cast a spell to teleport one of those items into her hand or wherever. Or do we just go for it, or what do we think?
Ooh.
I don't know. I know what Tarquin would do.
He'd run up and roll around in all of the items.
It wouldn't be. No. I. Yeah, I mean, what's the thinking? I mean, could it be traps set for grave robbers, sort of thing? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, potentially. It's all laid out for us. It just seems a bit unusual, unless it's laid out by the goddess, which is obviously what Etienne thinks. But yeah, it's just whether potential illusion, trap, lots of options.
Can we poke it with Brittany?
True. Let's do that. Let's.
Let Brittany have a poke at a distance.
Okay. Brittany will poke it.
Okay. So Demos, you move up here with the light.
Yeah.
He might hand the light to someone else.
You're gonna do that to me? You're gonna have to make me swap figure.
We'll just say that he did. We'll
Okay.
say that he did.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Leif will go with him.
Okay.
And Leif's happy to carry the lantern. Leif will have sheathed his sword and shield, so he's got free hands apart from lantern with one hand.
Okay.
And he's thinking nice thoughts
Okay.
towards
And now-
God.
Nathanol will be
Nice, quiet thoughts.
Yeah.
Same as Demos.
Nathanol will prepare.
Okay. Is Nathaniel here?
No,
Yeah.
I think she'll move a bit closer.
So you actually do everybody please tell me where you place yourselves. So let's go for Nathaniel. Where are you going?
Actually, no. Yes, she'll go. Is there an archway above her?
Is that
Yeah, I guess she'll go under the under the archway.
here?
She'll be preparing.
Okay.
Yeah, in the room, and then preparing.
Okay. Great. Kiros, where are you standing, please?
She'll move up closer, but the back of the group, or maybe slightly to the right. So like she's got a clear, like not a little less, slightly, a bit closer to the group, but so she's got no one in front of her if she needs to let rip with something.
Okay. Mithon?
She's fine there.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Gray's probably actually okay where he is. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Etienne?
Yeah, I guess he'll stand a bit closer to he's quite interested in that archway door, so I guess he'll go over to that archway and just have a little closer look for any inscriptions.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Tarquin?
Fighting the urge to run up and pick everything up off the ground. Tarquin will move is that Leif there? No, who's that? No, that's sorry. Back. That who's that?
That's great.
Could he move in between Grey and Keros and start preparing, please?
Sure. And who's got the lights? Demos is no longer taking it, so it's definitely darker up here.
Yeah, so Leif will have the lantern.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
And I assume we've got the torch down with other people. We
Yeah.
did, I think.
Didn't tell me what. Yeah, where did you put it?
Mithan would have carried it. Well, no, she would have gone back and got it after doing the chopping. She's happy to carry it if no one else.
So Mithan's got it. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool.
And so Leif would like to take a little bit, standing a bit behind Demos, but he's got his back.
Yep, sure. Leif and Demos, can you give me a perception roll each, please?
Yes. Bastard. Come on.
Oh, I'm on mute. Leif's is 48.
Mm-hmm.
Grey is not Grey. Sorry, Demos is 1.
Don't forget it's masked. So 48. Cool. What's Leif's, please? Leif's bonus.
57.
Oh, plus. Yeah, easy. And what's Demos, please?
50.
Yeah. Not at all hard to see. So mark that down as an easy maneuver. Getting closer, you see something, and obviously just the two of you are aware of this at this stage. On the breastplate, and the breastplate is dented and broken and scratched. There are two things. There's firstly an image that's kind of crudely scratched into it, but quite distinctive, and you can see it even at this distance. But there's also writing on the breastplate, very easy to depict, and it's been scratched into it. The image that you can see on the breastplate kind of scratched into it very crudely. It's not nearly as clear as this, but scratched in is something that looks a little bit like that. And then there's writing underneath, and then there are these other items that are scattered around, and that list that I provided you.
What size is the breastplate?
What size? It would be for a very large human, not gigantic, but a large person, definitely.
Thank you.
And yes, writing a short amount of writing on it as well.
Can we read the writing from where we are?
A little bit closer. What languages can you both read and write?
Leif's got Westron, Quenya, and Thebronic.
To what?
Westron to 5.
Yes.
Quenya to 7.
Yes.
Thebronic to 1.
To 1. Okay, cool. And Demos?
Demos can write and read Thebronic to level 1 and Westeron to level 1.
Okay. You are both illiterates, pretty much, basically illiterate in the languages, except you both recognize a couple of letters of Thebronic on it, and so it appears to be in 3 languages, 3 distinct.
Oh.
No, 4 distinct languages. So there's actually a reasonable amount of text, but 4 different scripts.
Okay.
None of which you can read.
No, I mean, I suppose we call back about that, but I suppose we'll move on with the poking, I think.
Okay, sure. Tell me what you do. So you tell your companions that that's the case, and what do you do with poking?
Grey. Not Grey, sorry. Demos pokes pokes around at the items with Brittany, just very gingerly.
So what kind of describe the poking for me, please?
He's just slightly trying to turn or like move the objects to see if anything is released or move or traps are set off or anything. Yeah, just slightly moving them, also feeling the weight of them, that kind of thing.
Interesting way to check for traps. So you gently prod and poke the swords, a couple of the boxes that are mentioned there. Nothing happens other than they move.
Okay. What do you think, Leif? Do we go for a slightly closer inspection?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can just having Leif would like to have a look at the area we're in. I mean, it's a tomb. What's sarcophagus like? What's the vibe of the place? Is this a religious, like is a shrine sort of tomb, or just a ceremonial? You know, we're another perception roll, or just sort of getting a
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah, what's the atmosphere of the?
Oh,
Yeah,
the sarcophagus not depicted at the top of these steps, quite grand, certainly more grand than the other ones that you've seen through here, quite ornate. The same kind of blocky style architecture that you've seen elsewhere. You're calling it M.E.R.P style. You've seen similar, it's slightly different in here, but similar style. It's got the you think, you can't quite see from where you are, but you think there might be a part of a carved figure perhaps on top, maybe.
Okay. And he saw wanted to think respectful thoughts. Can we make out what the banner is of?
No, it's rotted and faded, and it was quite big originally. Definitely red material for sure. At that stage, I'm going to pause it there for our two intrepid trap detecting team, and go back to Neathanel. You've been preparing. You've prepared adequately for the amount of time. What do you want to do, Neathanel?
She's just gonna hold that for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Etienne, you are up looking at your wall.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was anything out. See if if he could work it out, if there was a mechanism or something. But I think when he has a bit more time, he'll call on the Athanol to check that out.
Okay, sure thing. And anybody else down here? Keros, Tarquin, Gray, Nathan.
I think he's. Well,
Gray, I think, would probably be interested in going up and having a look at the room that the guys have gone up into. He'd just kind of just slowly go up and try and do some perceiving, trying to detect anything dangerous.
Okay, he moves up. Give me a perception roll, please.
Oh. Ah, man, hold on. Sorry. $65.
65. Okay, and what's the skill?
49.
You've taken all that information that the others see, Gray. The items which I've just listed, the objects which I've shown you, the breastplate with both the writing, the 4 different sets of writing on it, and that image.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What happens?
Leif's going to just share with everyone he plans to go and pick up the breastplate and bring it down to the rest of the group for them to check the writing.
Okay.
And if there's no objections, no, he'll sort of just air that idea, and if no one's saying, what a dumb thing to do, then he'll just do that.
Cool. You
Cool.
pick it up.
Yep.
You grab the breastplate and you take it down. And what do you do with the breastplate?
It's wanting to sort of yeah, well, yeah. Is it heavy? Is it light?
It's a metal breastplate. It's definitely this
Yeah.
is not a ceremonial piece of armor. This was used
Right.
for war. It's
Cool.
got dents and knocks and scratches and scrapes and stains all over it. But yes, it's got the symbol that I showed you. As I said, definitely more crude than not as neat as that, but something resembling roughly that. And yes, four scripts with a short statement in what appear to be 4 different languages. One of
So
which
just
is
checking.
Thebronic.
Etienne
We're
would
just
to read it.
just checking though. So this is like the image and the writing has been scratched in post. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's been used
It's
as a note. It's been used as a notepad sort of thing. Yeah.
this is not this the writing in the image by your sense has not been included in the manufacture of this armor. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Somebody has sat down and has laboriously scratched in. It would have taken quite some time because it's 4 different scripts. Scratched in roughly the symbol and these 4 different scripts on the breastplate.
Awesome.
Where
Cool.
can we found Rosetta Stone? Can Etienne pop over and read the Thebronic?
Sure. What is his rank? It's very high, I'm assuming.
8.
8. Yep, you are good, Etienne. So this is this Etienne is what you. Why's my Discord gone away? This Etienne is what you read coming into your Discord chat in a second. Or will be once I find your Discord. There's Etienne. Coming into Discord in a second. Now.
Etienne says the words, "These
Okay.
blades are for those who champion the light, left behind by those who fell. Wield them well and avenge their owners." Katana Liberation Army, 1634. With that, Etienne sort of proclaims the name of the goddess once again because he remembers she said, "Seek wisely, you'll find powerful gear of war to aid. Facing the horrors, you must triumph." So he drops to his knees and professes heartfelt thanks to the goddess. These blades are used for those who champion the light, left behind by those who fell. Wield them well and avenge their owners. Katana Liberation Army, 1634. Shall we move them away and check out the rest of the place?
Darkwing
Yeah.
wants to put it on. He wants to see if it fits.
Cool. So that's. So I reckon we do. I reckon we do a oh, I'm please. Yeah, agreed. Completely out of touch with the time of day, please.
It was late afternoon that you came in here. Taka wants to put it on.
Well, let's attune maybe first, huh?
I was going to say, yeah, sorry, I was kind of joking. Can you attune something, like if Keros knows it's a breastplate, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
is attunement only for things that you've got no idea what they are? Like if she knows that's a breastplate, can you still attune it?
So attuning is to discover if something is magical and then to figure out how to use that item. So she knows it's a breastplate, sure, but does it have additional properties? Does it have some kind of enchantment on it? So that would be what the attunement is to find out.
Oh, yeah. So it won't give her like a history or it was used at this time or.
There are spells that do similar things, but no, it doesn't give a lore. It doesn't give a background of.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay,
it tells you what the skills and abilities of the item are.
Okay.
How about we collect the items, go back into the other room where the ceiling is potentially a little bit more stable, and spend some time attuning and maybe resting.
I wonder if we're better to be in here.
Really? Okay.
Well, those undead could have made it further away from Etienne by going into where the sarcophagus is, but they didn't.
True. True. All right.
That's my understanding? I mean, or did they have to go 100 foot away? What's the story? Do you know with the spell?
No, they would have gone further if they could go further, I suppose.
Okay. So seems that this part might well be safe from undead.
Yeah, the goddess said to come here, so surely it's somewhat safe.
And that message is a friendly message.
Mm.
It is. Yep.
I just did that. So it's from 150 years ago.
Right. So when they had that battle that we were talking about, remember when we met the old guy who was there and remembered the name of the demon, all the rest of it.
There was a vision from his ancestor, I think, wasn't it?
Oh.
Sorry. I have to double check our script of that, but but it could be from that one. Yes. Cool. So yeah, I agree. Do we need to? And I think do we do an tuning of these items and investigate the secret door? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Or do we just attune the items before we move on? We're going to need them.
Yeah. Move on where though?
Well, through the secret door.
Oh yeah, true. Yep. Cool.
Tell me what happens.
All right, should we assemble up?
Yeah, let's get it tuning.
So everybody moves, or what happens?
Well, we'll avoid the light still.
Okay.
I'm just concerned about the sarcophagus. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. The other option is well, for my money, we could always go back to the entrance. And we know there's those repel undead spells there. We don't exactly know if they activate or how they work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. What do the rest of you think?
Yep. Let's yeah, I think
we haven't checked out the other rooms yet anyway properly. So maybe while the items are being checked out, the rest of us could explore the rest of the rooms.
Yeah, see if there's any other secret doors or anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eris can attune if you like.
Leif will keep her company. Leif will Leif will stay in this room. He's also wanted to investigate the bottles.
Okay.
Casually.
All right. So let's go around each of the characters. We'll start with Neathanel. What's Neathanel doing in the next? Call it 10, 15 minutes.
Well, she'll wait for all the party to assemble back towards her, and then she'll go with them back through the complex, and then she'll want to search that room that she's on the lip of, and then search the other rooms too. But we'll wait for the party.
Characters are tuning up here. Is that right?
I think. Well, are we moving the stuff, or what are we doing?
I can just go up to the pile.
All right.
Okay.
So, I suppose the thing is, how long will it take to attune?
Okay. So your options are you can. So less than an hour of attunement on each item is -20, and that's on top of the -10 that you get for. Is it -10? Pretty sure it's -10. Yes, -10 if the character doesn't know what the spell or ability is, and there are some other modifiers as well. But if you spend less than an hour on each item, it's negative 20 to the roll. If you spend between 1 hour to 4 hours of attunement, it's plus 0. If you spend more than 4 hours, it's plus 5 to the roll. This requires intense concentration. Think back to the Dungeons and Dragons movie where the character involved was trying to attune to a helmet, and he was 100% focused on trying to figure out what that helmet does. So you can't be, talking to others or walking or anything like that. You are sitting down trying to figure out what the item does. So less than an hour, negative 20 to each roll.
So that's the question: is how good is Keros at tuning, and how long do we want to spend attuning them?
103 for attunement.
Sure. What's she got to roll to be successful on an average item, please?
There is success, of course, and then there's absolute success. Here we go. I will share. Here we go. Here's the alternative static actions table, which is what we use. As with any of Rolemaster 2 or Classic, negative 26 is a blunder, absolute failure, failure, partial success, near success. Success is 111, and 176 or up is absolute success. Modifications, I'm not sure if you can see the small text. Can I enhance that? Yes, I can. Minus the level of the spell. Negative 30 if the realm is, if the spell is different from the characters. Negative 10 if the character does not know what the spell or ability does. Plus 20, there's a 0 missing there. Plus 20 if the character knows what the spell or ability is. Plus 30 if the character can cast the spell intrinsically, and then plus the bonus for either reading runes or, in this case, using items. Using items is the same as attunement, just a different phrase. So success is a near success would give you almost had it. You learn how many spells and abilities it contains and what they are. If you wait 24 hours, I shouldn't be showing you too much of this because it's gaming it a little bit. But to answer your direct question, Pete, as with any static action, 111 is a success.
Cool. Okay. So if she's doing it in an hour, it's got a skill of 100. So she'd need about 70. So if she's got a skill of about 100, the worst case scenario, she's got a negative 60 to the roll. It's not her realm. Under 4 hours, and doesn't know what it's doing, so it's negative 60. 30 plus 20 plus 10. She's got a skill of 100, needs 111, so it gives her a skill of plus 40. So she'd need a roll of about 70 to be successful. How do we feel?
Is that with under an hour
That's under an hour
per item?
Per item. So so that's negating it by 20. So yeah.
Or we choose to camp out here.
Or we choose to camp out here and we do a few items and then a few items. So yeah, and that negative 60 is worst case scenario because if it's not her realm, that was a negative 30. And yeah. Don't mean to be gaming. Don't mean to be.
Yeah, kind of a little bit, but yep.
Okay. Oh, well, sorry.
Yeah, but yep, fair enough.
How many items, Jim?
It's in your list. So what I put up in chat was as follows. There's count them up: a longsword, a falchion, a broadsword, a dagger, a reasonably large grey stone box, another broadsword, a dagger, a much smaller black stone box, a spear, a mouldering wooden box with iron on it, a smaller black stone box with a black ring on top of it, a grey stone box, smaller grey stone box, a 1 foot iron rod, a long sword, and then the broken vase that I mentioned. So hopefully all of that should be in the list that I put up. So all in total, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is counting everything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
So even under an hour, Keros is not going to be able to do all of them and rest and.
I reckon that time is bit. I reckon we don't want to screw up the attunements. Really, it would be really sad if they're really cool items. So I think we would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we want to prioritize? And I would say let's prioritize the spear, because if we get a magical spear,
Yeah. Which ones are magical? So we'll go with them first. Yeah. Someone wants a magic sword, don't they? Yeah, I wonder if everyone picks an item of preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough time, really.
Enough time.
Not for her to do it on her own.
Well, she's just got. Well, and just for other people, it's sort of. Oh yeah, okay. Like,
It's not overly meaningful, do you mean?
well, I'm saying, Leif's got a bit of attunement. Yeah. So he can have a go, but wouldn't count on it being successful.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to slope off, but I'll catch up next time.
Yeah, sorry to stall on discussions.
It's all right. Do we want to end it there, guys?
Yeah, I'm not far off bed, to be fair.
Oh, it's 10-2 anyway.
Play on or leave it there? What do people think?
I'm happy to leave it
at
that point. Yep.
Yep, if that's all right.
Aiden, no violent objections? Oops.
No violence from me.
No violence. Roll credits. Yeah, okay. So you haven't opened any of the boxes. That's where we're going to leave it. You haven't, other than the breastplate, you haven't picked up or done anything. You haven't touched anything. And that's where we'll pick it up at exactly that spot next time.
Right.
Very good.
Vader for Etienne for the first ever. What was her first ever perception?
Oh yeah, received.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks. He's got a rubbish perception, so that was remarkable.
Well done. Bravo.
Excellent. Tune in again next time, guys.
So,
thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Cheerio.
See you, folks.
It was great fun. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.